Welcome, listener, to our very first Banter Saga gaming podcast.
Woo!
I will be your host, David Marino, here with Tim Harris.
Hello.
Hello. And
Yes.
we're going to be talking about games, all sorts of games, from all types of places.
That's right. And what is today's topic, David?
Well, today, we're going to be going through the Dread X collections. If you don't know what the Dread X collections are, they were a series of game jam type games released throughout the later part of 2020 on Steam. The first one, I believe, had 10 games, and then the other two had 12. So they upped it a little bit.
The first one was a little more experimental, and then they were like, wow, this did really good. And then they were like, let's do 12.
So each collection has a theme, although they all, it is because Dread X is like a horror, because they actually have a website. They're not just like a thing on here.
Right. I never understood if it was like supposed to be a brand or something, or if it was just a thing. Like, I've seen the website, never really checked out any of the stuff on there. So
yeah, I guess you could call them the publisher of these collections. So they all are horror themed, but they all have a different topic. So we're gonna do the collections in order, but within each order, we'll go through the games in a random list. Not that they're necessarily ordered in the collections, but we have a set list we're going to go through.
yeah, I mean, you can, like, when you're playing the game, I feel like this works pretty well anyway, because, like, when you're playing the game, you just pick and choose what you want to play. Like, there's no order. You just pick and choose, and that's what David has done here.
They're kind of listed. Like, if you look at the menu, at least in the first one, you could go clockwise around the thing, but it doesn't matter. They're all open at the beginning.
Which is cool.
Okay, so for Dread X1, the writing prompt, if you were, was PT. What that was going to mean to each developer, who knows? But it was taking inspiration from the swiftly canceled PT that was supposed to come out in front of Silent Hills.
Yeah.
So, the first game from Dread X1 that we're going to talk about is Don't Go Out.
Okay. How did you feel about this one?
It took me a long time to, like, get a handle on what I was supposed to do for this.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I don't think it necessarily took me a long time to figure it out. The main issue I had was, like, I figured out how everything worked because I'm a huge fan of, like, card-based games, so, like, it was pretty intuitive to me for the most part. I realize not a lot of people out there are like, oh yeah, card games are my shit, but, well, I'm sure there's probably a lot of people, but it's not the majority. But I love them, so, like, I felt right at home. My issue was that there was not really an explanation of the mechanics of the door.
I was aware. I think one of the times I got up to the cabin or the shack or whatever it's supposed to be, I saw you could interact with it. So I opened the door. But then shortly after, I think maybe 2 turns later, the slime or whatever it's supposed to be, the, like, growth got in, and it took me a couple more turns until I realized, I wonder if I can close it.
Right. Yeah. And, like, once you realize this, the game becomes basically trivial because all you have to do is get one of your units inside the room, and then you can kite the monster around that room eternally.
Oh yeah.
And that's a game.
Just, like, turn on the Benny Hill theme and just go.
Yeah.
Around.
Yeah, it's a really cool... It's kind of like a Cthulhu base, though. I thought the game was great. I really liked it. Once again, I'm a huge fan of card-based games, though. I thought it was great. It definitely, could use maybe a little bit of tutorialization, but it was just one map, so, like, what do you expect?
Yeah.
And, like, the whole idea behind these was to, kind of create a teaser for your dream project, so you don't really want to waste that time in a tutorial, which is understandable.
Yeah, especially when I think I'd have to go back and look, but I think each dev got like a week and a half to make these. So
yeah, it's something like a week.
Not
week
a
and
lot
half.
of time.
No. Yeah, I personally this was one of my favorites from this particular collection, just because I very much enjoyed the mechanics that were available to you.
But was it your favorite?
No.
Okay. I should have started with that too. Is we'll talk about which ones were the best and worst we thought from each.
And
one.
we all know which one is the worst. We all know.
We know. So I guess since this one was, the playable teaser, would you play a full version of this?
I would. I definitely wouldn't spend $60 on this game unless it had some major polish added. But I could see me spending $15-20 on a full version of that. Okay. If it was fleshed out a little bit, I'd do it because I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought this was fine. I don't know if I'd necessarily buy a full game because I'm definitely one of the card games aren't really my shit type person.
Yeah,
but I could definitely see you're right with the price. That $15 to $20 would be perfect for a full version of this mechanic.
Oh yeah, it's a good range, I would say, for that one. It's definitely not a $60 game. I don't think it ever would be, but if that price is right, I would definitely buy it.
Okay. Next, or the second game in our list is The Pay is Nice.
Okay.
Which was kind of it was more like what you would call a walking simulator. It just kind of told a story. You didn't really do anything.
I spent so much time sitting there solving the computer puzzle, and I don't even think you had to do that. I don't think it was required.
Oh, when you got to your office?
Yeah. I really don't think it was required.
I don't think it was, because I didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, I spent so much time getting it perfect, and then I realized that I'm pretty sure it doesn't even matter. I was like, wow, okay. I did it, though.
I had definitely threw me that it had fixed camera angles. Yeah. Wasn't expecting that.
So
feels a little bit weird on the keyboard. I think
the idea, based around the little snippets that you get, is that you are supposed to be a researcher with the Umbrella Corporation, and if that is the case, the fixed camera angles are brilliant because it just fits the theme.
Oh, see, I didn't pick up on that. If it was, if Umbrella was in fact what you were supposed to be working for.
Yeah, I'm 90% certain that you were supposed to be or at least an Umbrella-ish company. And you were creating some kind of, super being, like a zombie or something. I'm 90% certain that that's what that was. And if that is the case, I might be reading too far into it. I think the camera angles are brilliant.
That if that is the case, and I'm gonna have to go back and play that one to see. But if that is the case, yes, the fixed cameras were a good decision.
Yes.
Not much to say about that one, though.
Yeah, and it had its moments. It's not. There's not really much in this one. You just kind of walk around and look at stuff, and some spooky things happen. But overall, it's not bad. It just doesn't have much going on.
Yeah, this one, I think probably more than anything, this one definitely was just a teaser. Not even necessarily for a full project, just is this something that we could do?
Yeah. And based on what I got there, it's not something I would buy.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't much to do, and it's I can't just put money out to not really do much. But then again, I have played horror games where you don't really do much but walk around, so maybe I'm a hypocrite.
I mean, if it ever gets fleshed out, well, I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Summer Night.
Okay.
Where you play a little old school LCD game.
Yeah, I thought this one was like super cool.
I liked it. I thought, especially because it does that thing where it just kind of slowly gets weird while you're playing the game.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
The ending though, when you have to go find the batteries, that completely took me by surprise. I was not expecting to have to do that.
Completely out of left field.
My only real complaint, because I think it's a small complaint, just because of how much I enjoyed the end, like kind of made up for it. I think that all of the actual like LCD type games, I think it went on for a little bit too long.
Yes,
for
that's
how simple as it
exactly
is.
what I was going to say. If they just cranked the pace up a little bit better on like the actual getting freaky part, it would be a million times better. It just took too long to go anywhere.
Yeah, but like I said, that ending, like getting to the end, totally made up for it. It was really cool.
Yeah, the ending was like I had no idea what was going on, and I was like, what the fuck? And it was just completely out of nowhere. So yeah, it was really nice. I like what happened with that.
That one's a fun little addition to the collection.
Yeah. It's definitely not the top game in this collection, but like it's up there. It's pretty good.
It was fun. Yeah. Next, I have to hold on. I gotta remember. Oh yeah, that's this one. Shatter.
Okay.
If you remember Shatter.
I do remember Shatter. I do. And I don't know if this is going to surprise you, but I actually think that this one might be my favorite from this collection.
Really?
Yeah. It's not necessarily that, or maybe, I don't know if I call it my favorite. I think it's the best made one in this collection.
Okay.
It had the, it's kind of like an adventure game, right? And like, it's got this huge premise behind it that you explore just a teensy bit. Like, it's like an actual teaser, like what they wanted, right? It's got this huge premise, and it kind of leaves you on a cliffhanger. Like, if you want more, we can do it, you know? And then it's even got, like, a side quest built into it, which I completed, and, like, it doesn't do much, but, you know, it's got a side quest built in. It's just got a lot going on for it. Like, the gameplay is not really, like, revolutionary at all in any way, shape, or form, but, like, I think overall this game had, like, the most game, I guess is how
the most to play.
Yeah.
No, I did like this. I certainly found its art style very interesting, especially the stages it goes through as you play, because it changes, I think, 2 or 3 times when you're playing. It like flips.
Yeah, because you start off and then you get plugged into the computer, and then it flips one more time towards the end.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. Because when you have to escape the building. The things. That was really cool. I think the only thing that I had a problem with, and I actually have this problem a lot in more not open world, but just like larger space games.
Right.
You move too slow.
Yep. That's my main complaint.
For especially is how big and how little there is to do in this map. Mm-hmm. Especially like you hold down the run key and it's like 2% faster. Yeah,
and then even then you don't get much of it because your stamina just drains and it's gone. Yeah. Did you complete the side quest when you played it?
I didn't. I think I went to like where it was, and then I don't remember. I got the thing. I think I got the thing, and I either crashed out or I had to quit.
Okay.
So when I loaded it back up, I was like, I'm not doing that again. So then I just did the regular
so
main
let
mission.
me tell you, okay, they wait until like the very end of the game to give you this, which kind of sucks. The big upgrade you get from collecting all of those is basically like 5 times the amount of stamina. So like you can run for a much longer period of time. You're still not moving very fast, but like you can actually sprint for a decent distance. Like you can cover like half the map as opposed to like 2 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely Would have been nice.
Yeah, that's the big upgrade, but they wait until the very end to give it to you, so it's like, ooh.
Okay. Oh yeah. Like I said, though, it was pretty fun. I liked it. It's definitely a great idea.
Yeah.
Um,
Needs some work. It needs some work.
a little bit. Yeah. It's a teaser. It needs to be fleshed out, but that's fine.
Yep.
That's what it's for.
Now, if it was fleshed out, I would buy this one. Debating, like, I think this one, if it was fleshed out properly, could be like, maybe we could go to the 25 or 30 range with this one, because it seems like it would have a lot more to do. I still don't think like it'd be a $60 game.
There would definitely be a lot more side objectives.
Yeah.
In a full game.
Now, I like where they were going with it. It was definitely an interesting story. So.
Yeah, it was definitely that. No spoilers in case which you should pick all these up. So no spoilers, but
like even if we say like, oh, half these games are trash, which they're not, it's worth, what is it, $7?
I think they're all 10.
Okay, so yeah, $10. Like, it's absolutely worth $10 because the majority of the games in the pack, regardless of what we have to say about it, are very good, and it will keep you entertained for about 10 hours, I'd say. Yeah, somewhere in that area.
Especially if you're going for achievements.
Yeah. Totally worth it.
Okay, up next. And I mean, we haven't gotten to the best or the worst of the collection yet, right?
No.
Okay. We'll keep going then. Up next, The Pony Factory.
Oh, The Pony Factory. You go ahead.
I like this one.
Okay.
Or I like its aesthetic.
Yes.
It's very cool the way it looks, how everything's rendered.
Yes. I agree with this.
The little text blurbs before and after are certainly interesting. In kind of like a very dark comedy kind of way. Like, we both love that. Hilarious. Yeah. Other than the progression through the game not being very interesting, because you don't do a lot, you just shoot things. You take way too much damage for how small this area is.
Yeah, and they don't give you any fucking health. Good lord.
Yeah, it is very few and far between.
Like, I don't know if everyone that I've seen, like, just plays through on casual. I played through on standard mode because I was like, well, I'm not going to be a bitch. And my god, it took much longer than it should have. My main issue with this game, don't get me wrong, I enjoy it for the most part. My main issue with this game is not that the damage is out of control. It's that I feel like it should just stop when you get to the last floor instead of making you walk all the way back.
That is also a good point. Or maybe having, instead of walking all the way back, you have to go through a couple more floors to get out. But
right. Yeah.
Yes, having to backtrack the entire game.
Right. Because it's a pretty large game overall. Like, it's not gigantic, but like for the time frame, like, it's a pretty large game, and like having to walk all the way back through those maps with very little changes. Like, they kind of changed the enemy placement and what's available enemy wise, but like,
yeah,
it's really just the same thing backwards, and it's like, ugh.
Do it.
It becomes a slog
again. It does, yeah. That it does become a slog, and in fact, probably with the exception of one, definitely the most unique looking game. In terms of its presentation.
Yeah, the presentation. It's got the presentation. I will not take that away from this game. It definitely has the presentation, and like when I first loaded it up, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Actually, you know what it reminded me a lot of?
What's that?
The second Human Centipede.
Okay.
Kind of like that feel, how it's like dirty. Like, you feel gross.
Yeah, no, I can see exactly what you're talking about. It does have that feel. You are 100% correct. It's the weirdest comparison, but like, it feels right.
Yep, that's how I felt. All right, so moving on, we have, and here it comes, my favorite game of the pack.
Okay.
Hand of Doom.
Okay. Yeah. So remember when this is why I said maybe it's not my favorite when I was talking about Chatter. It's because this game is my favorite in this pack.
Yes, this game is great.
It is. It is magnificent, and it is like a fucking love letter to the old adventure games. It's just perfect.
Yeah, and not only does it like recreate that like really, really first gen like PC RPG, like Elder Scrolls 1.
Yeah.
It's like that's what it looks like. The mechanic of needing to like speak the spell to do what you're trying to do. I love that.
Oh,
I
it's so
absolutely
cool.
love that.
Yeah. Oh man. And this is God, what's his name?
Torple Duke.
Torple Duke. That's the one. Like this name's going to be coming up a lot as a favorite because whoever I need to follow this person clearly because everything that I have played by this person I fucking love. So or this team. I don't know if it's a team, but it's so good.
I think it might be one guy.
Yeah, it's brilliant though.
I will have to look up.
Oh
but
man. Yeah, Hand of Doom
easily
is definitely my favorite, 100%.
Yep. So we agree on the best.
I think we agree on the best and the worst because like there's no way we don't agree on the worst
too.
Yeah. I'm sorry when we get there, but there's no way compared to everything else in this pack, especially this game. Like the great thing about this game is like it doesn't handhold to like tell you exactly what you need to do, but it also isn't like completely obtuse, so like you can figure it out. It takes a minute to figure out what's going on, and then when you do, and then the ending's just great.
I one thing I wish it did, I don't know how you could do it better, maybe just make the icon brighter or flash the first time you get out into the maze or something. But I spent probably the first two like offshoot areas, so I collected 2 items before I realized that you can look up the spells in the book.
Oh, okay.
So I was having to memorize the spells as I got them.
Oh yeah, I always like the first thing I do in any game, like ever, pretty much ever, is I always like jump into all the menus just to see what's available. So like I found that like moment 1, but like I actually never found the sprint spell. I never tried to do that. I never thought about it.
I did not get it when I played through. When I was done with the collection, I looked it up, went back and played it just to see what it did.
Okay. Was it like way faster?
It was pretty fast.
Okay.
I think it might be like game-breakingly fast. So I'm kind of glad I didn't get it my first playthrough because you take off.
I gotcha. Yeah, it's even got hidden spells, people. Like it's got everything
it's great.
to love. It's a wonderful game. I would absolutely 100% spend $60 on a full version of this game. Okay.
Even if it was only twice as long.
Yeah, honestly, it's really good. It's really good, and yeah, if there was a full version of that out there, I'd play the fuck out of it. It's so good.
All right, well, moving on. I think we'll get our wish because the game I hated the most from this collection.
Let's see
and
if
Tim,
you're right.
I'll say I'm gonna put my faith in you, and I'm gonna let you say the name.
Rotgut.
Rotgut.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
What the hell was up with this game?
I think they took the PT idea of having a hallway, and then they just kind of ran with it, and then they forgot to add anything else.
Stuff. I mean, there was that rave. I guess.
I mean, there was that. Like, you know, it took me a minute to find the rave. I was like, okay, I got to go down the street here. But like, it's literally just you walk and you walk and you walk, and then it's just bug riddled. I had to restart it like 4 times because it crashed on me, or like I would just get stuck in random places.
So well, first of all, I don't know if this happened to you, but when you launch the game, it gives you the achievement.
Oh,
because
I did
it's
not
such
know
a broken
that.
piece of shit.
Okay. No, I didn't notice, so it may have. I kind of regret playing all the way through it.
That's
I had
funny.
to restart it a couple times.
Ugh.
I did.
But
Yeah.
anyway, so they patched it so that when you load into the game, it gives you the achievement.
Okay.
And then, at least this happened for me, because I was going down the tunnel, you get to the rave, whatever. You get to, like, the skull with the sign that says rot gut. Okay, cool, whatever. You keep going through this tunnel. There's, like, a car, like a bombed out car, like just
Yeah.
a wreck. Like, and it doesn't do anything, so okay, whatever. And then I got to the end, and nothing happened.
Yeah. Oh, you wanna know a secret, David?
What?
You gotta turn around and walk all the way back for anything to happen.
And you know what? When I got to the end of the tunnel, I was like, okay, did I do something wrong? So I looked up what you're supposed to do. I found, okay, you're supposed to start walking back. Got all the way back to the rave, and nothing happened. So
like the walls close in. That's pretty much it. That's
you just
what
get
happened.
crushed.
Yeah, basically.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
Oh my god.
it's not good. I apologize to the developer. I'm sure you're aware, but it's not good. I'm
I said
sorry.
they did patch that achievement because they knew it was kind of broken, but
Yeah, it's just a bad time. It is a real bad time. If I wasn't an achievement whore, I would have probably just not finished it.
put it away.
Yeah. But I am an achievement whore, so I got all the way through.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to something that's much, much better. Mr. Bucket told me to.
Oh god, yes.
This was just a silly fun time.
It really is. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was.
This I think I kind of get like why this one is, obviously, because you're stuck on a deserted island.
Right.
But at this, I feel like this one was a bit too big. The map
Yeah,
was
I'll
bit
agree with
too
that.
large.
I will agree with that. I think that had the map been smaller, it would have flowed much better than it does. Cause like every day, like is relatively short. Like they're very short, but like the fact that you have to travel so far to like do the things you need to do is what pads out the game time.
And especially because at night when you have to go to the bonfire, it's
Yeah.
on like the other side of the map, and there's
Right.
nothing else for you to do but walk there.
Right, you can just walk forward. Like, yeah, it's got its flaws, don't get me wrong, but like the story completely makes up for everything that is wrong with this game.
The premise of this game is hilarious.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's possible to lose this game. Like, I have no idea because like I literally thought I was going to lose on the last day. It ended up being fine because like I ran out of like leaves and shit to wipe my ass with. And like my health was low, so I thought I was gonna die.
You can actually lose. You can end the game early.
Okay.
Because the first time I got to the bonfire, I just refused to do what Mr. Bucket said, so he killed me. So that ends the game early.
Oh, okay.
And then, I don't remember what happened. The second time I figured out what I was supposed to do, so I burned one of the friends, and then I couldn't figure out how to substitute it on the island.
Oh, okay.
So that second time I played through, I just starved and died.
I did not
So
have that issue.
You can lose. It is possible,
Okay.
but
Yeah. I'll have to go back
yeah.
and play again to see what happens when I die, just to see.
Yeah, but no. Mr. Bucket told me to. This was...
Yeah. It is an experience, and honestly, if they padded that out into like a full game with a few more features, I'd buy it.
If you know what would be really fun, actually,
What's that?
is have it be kind of just like a standard island survival type game.
Mhm.
Maybe introduce a little bit of crafting,
Right.
but then have have Mr. Bucket just randomly show up sometimes and tell you to kill one of your tools. So you like it's not a set thing every night like it is in here, but you're playing the game, and then every once in a while Mr. Bucket's like, all right, kill it.
He just comes along and fucks you over. I like that idea.
Yeah, that would I think that would be kind of fun.
Yeah. See, there's ways to do this, because like I've seen a couple reviews on this particular game saying that like there's not really much you could do with this one, even if you try. It's like I think they could be expanded upon. I really do.
Yeah, I'll definitely disagree to those reviews.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, 2 left.
Okay.
And I know one of them, and they're both pretty opposite for you. Obviously not your favorite and not the worst one, but I know you have different feelings about both of these.
Okay.
First up, Car Thank.
Oh, God. I don't know how you feel about this particular game. This one I did not love. My main issue with Car Thank is that I don't know if it's just Unity platforming in general, but like the platforming just feels so slippery, and it's a huge mechanic, and I just hate that. I hate it when platforming is slippery as fuck, but it's required. I hate it.
Yeah. First person platforming, not great. Yeah, the platforming was not good.
No.
The screaming wire mesh guys that just like run after you, not that fun to evade. You just kind of like hug the wall and just run to the next door.
Yeah, my main issue was that like the fuckers always caught the fuck up with me, because like I could never figure out where the fuck the mummy thing was. So like I'm always getting chased by like 9 of these boys, and like eventually they will catch you. Like you cannot outrun them forever. They will just catch up to you and they will beat you to death, and then you have to restart from the last checkpoint, and it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. The platforming, not great. That one where you have to like run downhill, not great.
No, that one was rough. That one took me quite a few tries to get through. God, that's not my most hated part of this, though. My most hated part of this one was the one where you have to like climb up the fucking busted ass stairwell.
That's the next one. Not great.
Oh my Christ. God,
yeah, that was definitely, especially
hurt.
because like you just have to start climbing on the wires with no prompt.
Yeah.
And you're not even sure if you can do that.
It's like, God damn it. It's rough.
And then, oh God, that final gauntlet with the floor spikes.
Yeah.
That one sucked too.
I can't complain too much about that part, because it only took me 2 tries to get through it. Like I realized, what I was doing, and it was like, all right, but that was hard as fuck. Like needlessly hard.
You got to be patient with it. You just got to sit there and wait for the patterns, and it's long. It's
God.
so long.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't hate this game. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't hate it. Yes.
And it's another one of the ones. It looks cool.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Yeah, it does. It looks very good. It just plays kind of shittily. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, it's
fine.
Yeah, it's a fine game. Like it is a good addition. It's like middle of the road for the pack, I would say.
Yeah, it needed some tweaking, but 10 days we can't fault them too hard.
Right. Yeah, that's my main thing. Like, like I'm not gonna even though I trashed you a little hard here, like
yeah.
I would, if this was polished, I think it could make for a decent game.
Okay. So that means there's one left.
Yes.
One game left in the first DreadX collection.
Mm-hmm.
The Outsiders.
Ah, yes, The Outsiders. That's right.
Or I guess it's just Outsiders. It's just Outsiders, but still.
Yeah, this one, I'm assuming that your opinion is going to be different than mine. I actually like this one a lot.
I did not care for this one. And it doesn't suck. It's not a bad game. It is just not my cup of tea.
Which is understandable, because like it's kind of one of those games where like it's like the explore the house and try to figure out the puzzles that are there, and what you got to do to unlock certain things. And there's a time limit that they don't tell you about for the most part. Like, you have to
Yeah.
find it. And when you hit that time limit, you're pretty much fucked. And then, there's a creature that follows you around that they never really explain. You can evade it, but I believe when you get to the time limit, you just die anyway. So, yeah. I like games like this. I very much. I only had to restart twice when I played it, and then I got through. Every time you restart, it gives you hints on what you're supposed to be doing. But like,
Yeah,
I'm familiar with these games, so I didn't.
That was
really...
neat.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. I think I restarted 8 times.
Okay.
Through the thing. It was only single digits, so it wasn't like I was flailing my way through it. A couple of my main complaints with this one: some of the objects that you can interact with highlight, and some do not.
Yeah,
so that was kind of irritating.
That is irritating as fuck.
I did not realize for the longest time that the blood splats in the cornfield like were actually pointing somewhere.
Oh yeah.
So I went like the first handful of times I ran outside to see if there was anything. I saw blood in the corn. I was like, well, I guess I'm not supposed to go in there.
That's fair. I accidentally like nudged myself a little too far into the corn and noticed a further patch, so I ended up following it, and I kind of flipped into finding that, or else I would have probably done the same thing.
And then I guess the final note for this one, man, what a twist.
Yeah. Okay. That got me. I absolutely loved the ending on this one. It was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It switched. It was one of those ones where like it switches where like this is no longer horror. Like it's not even trying.
It becomes sci-fi.
A horror experience to like science fiction comedy, because like,
I mean, I guess that's fair. Yeah, like if you're familiar with these sorts of games, I think you'll enjoy this one quite a bit. Or I mean, obviously, if you're familiar with these sorts of games and you hate these sorts of games, you're not gonna like it.
Don't.
But if you're familiar with them and like them, you'll probably have a good time. And it's not extremely complicated. It's kind of just find the objects and then figure out what they interact with, and then once you're gonna hit the time limit at least once, guaranteed. You're going to die unless you follow a guide or something.
And so the items on like at least on normal mode, the items will be slightly random. They'll appear in a few different places.
Yeah,
you can turn that
once
off.
you figure out what you need. Basically, your goal is just to rush to find things as quickly as possible, and then find them buttons. That's the goal. You just got to figure out what you need first, and then once you figure out what it goes to, you make your run, and you're good to go.
All right, so overall, Dread X1, pretty great, wouldn't you say?
Yes. Overall, I mean, there's only one game overall that I think I did not like. I absolutely hated it. I hated it. I hated it. I'm sorry. I hated it. I did. I'm sorry, Rock Good. I hated it. But everything else, perfectly fine. And most of it, honestly, pretty damn good.
So moving on to the second game, Dread X Collection 2.
Yes.
Which, right off the bat, has a hub instead of just a menu.
Yeah, which is super cool, by the way. It's a big upgrade to the first one.
It was very, very interesting. Little puzzles, because in this one, I guess you can still kind of pick to do them in any order, but you do need to do the hub to get keys to unlock games.
Yes.
Which still was really cool. The hub world itself was very interesting.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the comic?
The comic was alright. My main issue with the comic was the fucking audio mixing.
Yep, I'll agree to that.
Oh my god. Like, God, I can't even talk. The fucking voiceover is so low compared to just the atmosphere of the scary spooky house that you can barely fucking hear the voiceover. So it pissed me off every time it was on the screen.
I think I'm not sure if this may have been a bug, but whenever I'd unlock a tape and look at a comic page. Okay, cool. Play a game. Unlock another tape, and I'd have to sit through the previous page to get to the new one. Like, I couldn't just start at the new page.
Okay, I didn't have that issue, so that must have been on your end.
Damn.
Yeah.
So that sucked a little bit.
Yeah.
But we have more games this time.
Too. Yes, we do.
Instead of just having 10 games, this one has 12.
Yes, and a noticeable quality upgrade. I think they
Very
gave them more
noticeable.
time with this one.
I want to say that they gave them more time. In
Yes.
fact, let me just do a quick... okay, so the first one was made in 7 days.
Okay.
1 week. So bravo to everyone who made a game in 1 week.
Truly, yeah. Even you, Rotgut. Even you.
Yes. Should have had another day for bug testing, but you did it. Now, DreadX 2 had 10 days.
Okay.
So, clearly
a little bit more time. It really does show. It really does.
Except with our first game. Because we're now, keep in mind, this I randomized this list, so we're not, this wasn't intentional, but we are starting off with the game I hated the most in this collection.
Okay.
The Toy Shop.
Okay. Yeah.
Man, okay. Oh man. Like, first of all, it looks like a Unity asset pile. There's just a bunch of shit thrown in here.
It really does.
This is another one where, well, first of all, like, it's actually like you get a gun, you can shoot things.
Yeah.
But this is another one where just like you get like a quarter of your health taken off with a hit.
Yeah,
it's absolutely ridiculous.
You get no health whatsoever.
No,
in this
there's
game.
no health. There's an abundance of ammo, but there's no health.
Yeah. All these games have that issue.
I guess the middle part, you could say, with all of the dark corridors where you're just wandering around.
Yeah.
The exact opposite of fun.
Yeah, it was not a good time. I will argue, because like I don't think the beginning, like 90% of the game is very good, or like the end. But like there's that little portion in there where you're fighting like the robot boss. I liked that fight. I thought that fight was cool.
Yeah, that was kind of neat.
Yeah,
like jumping around and doing stuff.
Yeah, like that was like mechanically a little bit intensive. Like it's not hard, but like it had something going on, and it wasn't just walk forward and like shoot something twice and it dies.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was a much better time.
The platforming sections were also pretty cool because it did like that switch.
Yeah.
Like switch between the two worlds. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, that caught me by surprise the first time it happened. I did like that. Like I don't think that it was good, but it was neat.
Fair.
Is a good
point.
word. Yes. I
so
think
then
this might also be my most hated game in this pack.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask. Is this the one that you hate the most?
Yeah, I think it might be. Don't get me wrong. I might be forgetting something that I hate more as we go along, because I'm fresher on DreadX 3 right now than I am 2.
Yeah.
And like for whatever reason, maybe it's because the first one I played, the games from 1 stuck with me more. Like I remember them so well, comparatively.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is.
Think...
like.
Yeah, I tend to have to agree with the exception of a few.
Yeah,
like
there's a few
standouts.
Right.
A lot of them from 1, just kind of like you remember more.
Yeah, they're very memorable, and I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because we played it first. I don't know, but like 2 is not the freshest in my mind. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna remember the games as I hear their names, but like
yeah.
Until I hear the name, I'm like, there's a few that I definitely remember because they're great. And then there's the Toy Shop. Okay.
Definitely. I mean, looking at the rest of the list, there's definitely a noticeable, like you get some that are good, some that are okay, and then like boink, Toy Shop.
Yeah, like this is probably the worst one in this pack. It probably is.
I'm going to say it definitely is. We'll see what happens later as we go through these.
Yes.
But next, one that kind of took me by surprise. I was not expecting this to be as interesting as it was. The Diving Bell.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
This one was really good.
Yeah.
I kind of thought at first it was going to be like a chatbot because you start off at the computer.
Yeah, and you don't
And
really
I thought it
move
was
for
going
a
to be
second.
something like that.
Yep.
But man, just like going through and you get the little story snippets throughout the, I don't know what it's supposed to be, like a base or
I think it's like a
research station.
Yeah, kind of like the Abyss, like an underwater research station.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the theme for this pack is Cthulhu.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We should have mentioned that.
Yeah. This one's very Cthulhu-y.
I guess more specifically, it was Lovecrafting.
Oh yeah, that's
was
right.
the theme.
Yeah, everyone kind of.
But
went
yes,
Cthulhu,
very
though.
Cthulhu inspired.
Yeah, or I guess maybe not Cthulhu, but this one's Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game's great. The atmosphere is like out of fucking control. It's just that damn good. And it really does do a great job of telling its story over time.
It's another one that, I mean, it has very, I want to say, it's not like, because it's not graphically intensive, the lighting is actually like really, really nice.
Yeah.
But it's kind of got like a lo-fi, maybe like early PC type feel to it.
I can see that. That definitely.
It's a little blocky.
Bill. Yep.
It's a little low res, but it looks really cool. And like I said, the computer part's really interesting.
Yeah, it actually like heavily reminded me of BioShock on Xbox. Like the feel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like that
Well,
that's
on
kind
PC,
of
so I don't know.
Yeah, like that's kind of what it felt like to me. Like look wise.
Okay. That's got to be high praise then.
Yeah, it's great. It's everything about it. I absolutely love this game. It's really good.
Yeah, I do. I also very much enjoyed it.
Yeah, the only thing that threw me off a little bit was the like intro, and then like when I figured out, because like I was like, how do I make the text go forward? And I found out I just like pretend to type, and then it works.
Yeah. I found out you can change how many words per key you can type at, so you can kind of like speed it along a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, it was super cool though. Like I love the way they told the story. I absolutely love the way they told the story in it.
And then what was your ending? What did you get? What happened to you?
I got out, and then I got immediately murdered, and I got absorbed.
Okay. That's what happened to me. I wasn't sure if, because I kind of felt like there maybe was another thing you could do, but maybe it ends the same way either way. But okay, I was just checking.
Yeah, I mean, there might be multiple endings. I know a lot of the games in these packs have multiple endings and stuff you can get.
All right. So our next game is interesting. I'll say that. It's interesting. Okay. Arcadeltra.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought this one was broken when I first played it because of that one section where you just loop.
You just loop the whole time. Yeah, I was wondering myself, like, what the fuck's going on here? It took a little too long.
It's kind of odd. Like, you don't really know what's going on.
Yeah. There's something going on, but there was
definitely a few good scares in there for me.
Oh yeah, it definitely had its moments. Like I'll probably rate this one middle of the road, but like this game has its moments overall.
Yeah,
like
most of the time you're kind of just wandering around.
Yeah,
but when you eventually trigger something, it gets you.
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
It's also pretty heavy on the atmosphere. And the ending was kind of like, what the fuck? I'm assuming there's two endings on this one because you get to make a choice at the end.
Yes. I think this is another one though. You might be able to get a different ending, but it gives you the achievement either way, and there's only one achievement. So yeah, I mean, not really much to say about this one. It's pretty plain. There's
really not. It will stick with you though. Like you will remember this game. There's just something about it. Like there's not much. You basically just walk around and click on stuff, but like the atmosphere will stick with you. And like the story is different, I guess we'll say. Like, I've never really quite had a story like this one before. I didn't hate it. I thought it was pretty neat.
Yeah, especially just kind of like running around and like, okay, what oh god, like, and then it hits you, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, you're like, oh my god.
But yeah, Arcade Ultra, that one's different.
Yeah, and thank you for pronouncing that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that could be correct or not. That's just how it looks.
Yeah,
it's not one of those ones that says in game.
Yeah, I don't even remember how I was pronouncing it. I was calling it like Arcade Electra or something like that. I was like,
oh yeah. Okay, so next, we're gonna tackle my personal favorite game because I loved the shit out of this one, Charlotte's Exile.
Ooh man,
this was fantastic.
Yep, it's a contender for my favorite. I am torn a bit, but this one probably takes it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, the crypto puzzle was really well done. I didn't understand how to open the box. And I found out later because I went back for a second, probably to like do the second ending just to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
And the little thing that you have to keep an eye on.
Oh my god.
It doesn't actually end the game. It just steals the box.
Oh, so okay, so it stops you from getting the other ending.
So it stops you from getting the other ending, but like if it does take the box, you can still just finish the game.
Okay, that's pretty cool. The first time I noticed that thing, it scared the absolute shit out of me because I didn't know there's anything there. I was like, "What is this?" Oh, that's
because it was really weird too because it, I think a prompt comes up and it says press space to look up. So like, okay, why do I need to do that? Whatever. So I'm flipping through the book, and then it's like you get to his page and it's like he slowly sneaks up on people, and I looked up and he was in the back. I was like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, like motherfucker. Because like, yeah, when they tell you to do it, like you look up and there's nothing there. Yeah. And then like, oh, you're like, whatever. And then like, I accidentally pressed the fucking key later, and like, I was like, oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
It was scary as fuck. And then I just kept looking up like every 2 seconds, like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I bet I was afraid to get anything done because I just kept watching him.
The fucking puzzles in this game were extremely well designed.
Yeah.
Extremely.
I got to when I got to the end, I think I had like 2 letters left.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to figure out the clock because I wasn't sure if the clock meant anything.
Right.
I had 2 letters left, and I think I just screw it, trial and error. I did those last 2, so I kind of just fudged those last 2. But the rest of them, great.
Oh my god, I absolutely fucking it's a very well made game. It's definitely the most well made game in the pack.
Yeah, even if we could just get another game like this, not necessarily like a horror game or even just I said not just a horror game, but another like crypto puzzle like this where you have to like research in a book and cross-reference things like this would be fantastic.
Oh yeah. Like literally, honestly, like I don't care what this person designs. If they make me a puzzle game, I will play the fuck out of it. Because like if they can come up with anything even half as good as this, I will play it all day.
Yes,
$60.
More, please.
Take my money. Yes, please make more. Please. Or I should actually look them up, because if they're an indie dev, they probably have all kinds of shit out there. They might have more puzzle games.
They are an indie dev, and actually, this guy, the Charlotte's Exile dev, and another game later on are brothers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's super cool. You have to keep that in mind, because I want to hear this now. Okay.
I will, yeah, I'll let you know what his brother's game is.
Okay.
But next up is not his brother's game. Next up is Solipsis.
Okay.
This one got under my skin. This one, like, creeped me out. It was very just weird.
Yeah, like it follows kind of the theme of most of the really good games in this pack, in that the atmosphere is just so good. It's like, even with the last game that we just talked about, the atmosphere is amazing.
Yeah.
You know? All these games have such good atmosphere.
This one, I mean, there's not really much to this game. It's like a top-down adventure type thing. You just walk through and just do it. There's no obstacles. You just experience what's going on. And it's a little unnerving.
Yeah. Like, it's literally like there's barely anything to do in this game, and somehow it manages to make your skin crawl. It's like, what the fuck?
And I mean, so the whole thing of the game is you're an astronaut, and there's something weird on the moon, and you go to check it out. And that's all you should say, because the rest is just spoilers.
There is one little puzzle in here that I accidentally managed to solve.
Oh?
Yeah, I don't know if I should... Oh, I'll talk about it, whatever. So there's a mechanic where you have to line up shapes. I'm not going to go too far into that, but there's
I totally fucking forgot about that.
Yeah, it's a brilliant fucking puzzle. It's absolutely brilliant. Because, like, you have the right answer, but, like, it don't work, and you gotta work out how the fuck to make it work. And I just got angry and managed to solve the puzzle.
I did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I did the exact same thing, and when it happened, I was like, this fucking game is amazing.
Yeah, that's literally what happened to me, too. I was like, no fucking way, that's brilliant.
I completely forgot about those moments, and you're 100% correct.
Oh, man, yeah. That stuck with me, because that caught me off guard. I was so pissed, and then I was like, brilliant.
Absolutely. But yeah, definitely... God. This one was a keeper. It might not be like the best in here, but it was good.
It's definitely up there. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a very good one.
All right. Next, let's talk about one I know you liked.
Mm-hmm.
The Thing in the Lake.
Oh, fuck yes. So, spoiler alert, I'm a huge fan of this particular dev. I like what I have played from them so far, and I really want to play more, because like World of Horror is really good too. And The Thing in the Lake is just phenomenal in my opinion. It can be a little bit difficult while you're like parsing it out, because like it absolutely does not hold your hand in any way, shape, or form. Like, you need to figure out what you're doing, and it actually took me a minute to realize that I had solved the first portion of the game, because like you literally just die. And I did not realize that I could start the next part of the game, because I was like, well, I keep fucking dying, and then eventually I realized, oh shit, and then I kept going forward.
So this is another one that they patched.
Mm-hmm.
They give you the achievement after completing the first chapter.
Oh, do they really?
And I did not finish this game.
It's
played the first part, and I just put it down. I was done.
Man, I love games like this. Like, I'm a huge fucking fan of games like this. I like that old school aesthetic, because like when I was growing up, I had all kinds of games like this, because we had an old freaking Apple computer. Like, I mean, old as fuck.
Say, this would be really old if you were running something that looks like this.
Oh my god. And like God, it had just the shittiest games of all time, but like this is a much more like advanced version of that. But like the games themselves, like they're very difficult as you parse them out. It's definitely an acquired taste. Like, not everyone's going to love this. It's just not going to happen. But as you go forward, you kind of unveil more and more of the story, and then it kind of ends with an occult ritual. And it's really cool, and the story's nice, and like the couple things you got to figure out are all told through the story, so nothing is like incredibly difficult to find out. You just got to pay attention.
So I have to ask, since I only played like a chapter and a half of this,
right?
Is the monkey important, or is that just like an obstacle?
So he's part of the story. He's a semi big part of the story overall. I don't really want to spoil things, but the circus itself is kind of like the focal point of the story, if you will, and like what happened with the monkey. He is an obstacle, and then there's another performer who is also an obstacle.
Gotcha.
And
okay.
Trying to remember now. It's been a minute since I played, but I'm pretty sure the last guy you play as, when you do like the occult ritual, the idea is to revive a person.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Perhaps
it's
I'll just read about it sometime.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, obviously you don't like this style of game, which is fine. I understand that completely because it is, very, very old school. So, yeah. But I absolutely loved this particular game. It's not my favorite in the pack. But I did love the fuck out of it.
All right, nice. So the next game, I could not for the life of me remember what I did in this game. I had to look it up before we started because the picture doesn't mean anything to me on the Steam page.
Okay.
Another late night.
Hold on. Oh yeah,
I think he's having the same
game.
problem.
Okay, yeah. I mean, this one's not bad. It's not good. It's just kind of there.
Yeah, I mean, this is middle of the road. Number
Yeah.
5 in a list of 10 type. Okay, that was a thing, I guess.
This is the most forgettable game in the pack.
I think this might be the
Guaranteed.
most forgettable game in the series.
Yeah, that's probably fair. That is probably fair. There's not really much going on here. You're just kind of like a dude using a computer, and like
Yeah, it
some weird
reminds me
shit
of those
happens.
old like website riddle things where you had to like look at the source code and find pictures to type into the URL and like go to
Yeah.
the next part of the puzzle.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's a good like synopsis of what this is. Really,
But yeah,
I mean,
there's like a secret society and they're like recruiting you and that's like all that happens.
yeah, it's like you'll probably forget about it soon after playing. It's not bad. Like it does what it does and it does it well, but like
Yeah.
it's just not very memorable.
Oh well. The next game was definitely much more memorable. Pretty
Mhm.
interesting too. Touched by an Outer God.
Yeah, this one's really good.
This was pretty sweet. The mechanic itself of like absorbing the enemies and like mutating yourself was really cool.
Yes.
And in hindsight, the final boss makes so much sense,
It
and
really
I still
does.
didn't. I did not see it coming. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, playing the game, do whatever. Then I got to that, I was like, well, duh. Oh my god.
Yeah, it caught me off guard as well. I was not, and that last boss fight is actually pretty fucking hard.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's
Yeah.
fast. It was very fast. A lot faster than anything else in the game.
Right, and like I didn't die, but I got scared a couple times. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
I think the AI on my playthrough bugged out a little bit because I like pinned him in the corner and he just stood there.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks.
So I lucked out a little bit. Just kind of like wailed on him. But
did you find out what those health packs are used for around the final battle?
no, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, so there's health packs around. Those aren't for you. He can collect those like Doom guy.
Oh,
Yeah. And fucking recharge his health and just start beating your ass again.
that's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
That's
it was
cool.
like,
See, yeah, that one-
motherfucker.
That one was definitely a sweet idea.
Yeah, it was really cool. It's like a nice little change of pace because, like, normally when you see a health pack, it's for you, but no, this is for the boss. Okay.
Yeah.
It was really good. And, like, yeah, the whole mechanic, like, there were so many options, like, just to upgrade yourself and stuff throughout the entire game. It was just neat. And, like, I quickly, towards the beginning, just started hating the claw and was like, I'm just going to focus on the gun. And it was the best choice I've ever made in my life.
Yeah, the melee was a little jank.
Yeah, the melee was weird, and it was basically useless in the last fight, so...
All right. The next one is definitely interesting.
Okay.
Sucker for Love.
Oh, hell yeah. I fucking love this one.
This one was so goofy.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
Oh, man. Yeah, this one, like, this is 100% my entire aesthetic. I fucking love this game. It was so good.
So-
Like, that goofy-ass bullshit. I love it.
As opposed to literally every other game in this, like, in all 3 collections.
Uh-huh.
This is a Cthulhu themed dating sim.
It's so
And
good.
it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
I did die. I died once because I didn't follow instructions. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Just kind of do it. But
I also died once because I opened the window.
what I think that's how I died.
Okay. I was like, yeah, let me light the room. Fuck.
What just a goofy time. It was fun. It was hilarious.
This one also has multiple endings, and both of them are 100% worth it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, oh man. Yeah, if you're into like any type of dating, even if you're not into dating sims, you're gonna enjoy this game because it's just a good time.
Give it a play because it's just really silly.
Yeah, 100% worth it. I'd play the full title in a heartbeat.
All right, Tim. Up next, it's your boy, Torple Duke.
Oh yeah.
He did Undiscovered.
Yes.
This one was okay.
Yeah. This is probably his weakest outing in all of the collections. But I still enjoyed the game. It's kind of got that thing where you just move around a little too slow for my liking.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting idea to like have the camera be your camera person instead of like just a camera, I guess, like a video game camera.
The only time I had issues with the camera was during the portion where you have to knock down all the pillars. Like the camera got super weird there, but like it didn't really ruin my gameplay experience. It's just a real weird camera.
Man, were those skeletons like irritating to dodge.
I thought I could fight them with the pickaxe for the first couple times, and then I realized I just have to dodge them because they kept beating my ass. I was like, all right, maybe if I just go around.
So yeah, that part not so great, but the rest of the game really interesting.
Yeah, it's a
kind of go through this pyramid type thing.
Yeah, it's like a little exploration game, and like it's got its old god moments. Don't want to spoil too much. I actually never went back and played, but I'm actually interested in what the difference might be if you play as the woman instead.
I just think it's a model swap. I don't think anything changes.
You don't think so? Okay.
I don't think so. I think it's just whichever character you're looking at is that one. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and check. You play through as the woman, and then your cameraman just dies and you lose the game. That'd be amazing.
Next up, a surprise sequel to The End of Days.
Yes.
Which is linked to Carthank.
Right. And it is a far superior game. Yes, it's so much better. Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, it is.
So
the gun's pretty cool.
Proven themselves worthy.
The gun's pretty cool. The like shotgun axe type combo thing.
Yeah.
The levels are, I mean, they're okay. You just kind of run through and kill things, but it's fun.
Yep.
It's fun to do. The screamy guys come back, but at least you have a gun this time.
Yeah. You actually have a way to fight them this time. Like, they're still annoying as shit, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you fuck up, they will just murder you to death again. But, like, it only takes a few hits to blow them down, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, just, you just run through, shoot stuff, axe it if you want, I guess. And then, that ending where it's revealed what's going on. It's so great.
Yeah, I actually thoroughly enjoyed this. Like, I think this one's a big step up for this particular dev, because like maybe it's just that I hate platforming in Unity, and it probably is. But like, this was an FPS, rough. And it worked so much better. And thank you, because I had a very good time with this one.
Tons of fun with this one.
Yes.
I'm sorry. We both had the same winner and loser again this time, didn't we?
Oh, we did. We did.
Okay, just checking. I couldn't remember if you said your winner or not, but we had the same one.
I said it might be my favorite because I wasn't 100% certain if something else was going to take its place, but I'm pretty sure they're not. So, yes, I'm pretty sure we had the same ones again.
We're on our last game.
Yep.
Which is the one done by the brother of the Charlotte's Exile dev.
I see.
Squirrel Stapler.
Oh my god. Yep.
Man,
Squirrel
this one is
stapler.
just... What the fuck is this game?
It's so
I mean,
good.
it's a hunting sim, but
yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Like, the story is just hilarious, though. Like, everything about it. Like, oh, your wife's dead, so you better staple squirrels to her. For God.
Staple squirrels to her corpse for God, yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's just a good time.
The little notes you find, the little like extra story that you can find, those are fun. I like that.
Yeah, there's a few, and like the squirrel facts, they change as well.
I noticed that, yeah.
Yeah, so you can find all kinds of squirrel facts, and I have to say some of them are a bit dubious. I'm not sure if they're actually facts.
Okay. Yeah, I think some of them might not be 100% accurate.
Yeah, but yeah, it's got little, every day you find new snippets of like these two little stories you can find, and then you can go find squirrel facts, and like you go hunt for squirrels. My main issue with this game is kind of the same issue I had with Mr. Bucket from the first. It's just that the map's too fucking big.
It's huge. Oh man, yes.
Massive.
Yes.
It's fucking
so big.
massive. Yeah, it could do with a much smaller map, and then like I think then it would probably feel a bit more polished, because like since the map's so large, it takes so goddamn long to find the squirrels you need to end the day.
Yeah. I think the squirrels, too, they're, like, super sensitive. Like, as soon as they pop into your render distance, they, like, get spooked and run away.
Yeah, I was, like, crouching 90% of the time, so I only had that problem, like, towards the beginning when I realized, like, what was going on. But, oh my goodness. I do love this game. I do.
Yeah, and then... the end. Oh my god.
Yeah, the ending is just like, what in the actual fuck?
And the other thing that I thought, I mean, I kind of know why they did it to like differentiate the squirrels, but the call only works for the big squirrels.
Yes.
But
which, hilariously enough, I kept running into the big squirrel before like everything else except for like the last day.
Oh, without having to use the call?
Yeah, he was always right outside my house. And I was like, all right, there he is. Blast his ass.
Bam.
Yeah, he got
but yeah, this is another one. It's just a silly game. Great fun.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit smaller next time.
Yeah, definitely tone it down a bit on the map size, and I think it would flow a little bit better, but this is definitely one of my favorites from this pack.
Okay, so I think then, so far anyway, it's unanimous in that 2 is better than 1.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I figured, because, man, what a step up.
It really is. Like I said, I for whatever reason, the games from 1 are, like, more memorable, but, like, they're not as good as the ones from 2, and it makes no sense to me, but, like, there you go.
But yeah, 2 is great.
Oh god, fantastic. Yes. Yeah, once again, 100% worth every penny. You will get hours of entertainment out of this pack. Guaranteed.
Which, by the way, 1 is $7, and then 2 and 3 are both 10.
Yeah, totally worth it.
So,
because they both have 2 extra games, so take that.
All right. So far, or the last pack so far, hopefully, anyway, Dread X Collection 3.
Ooh.
With the theme of spoopy.
Yeah. And boy did they deliver. Boy did they deliver.
These were some spoopy games, let me tell you.
Oh, man.
Okay, so first off, again, we get a little hub world that you have to do stuff to find or to unlock the games.
Yeah, it's actually a much larger hub world this time as well.
Yeah, it's huge, and it feels emptier because of it. There's not a lot to do.
This is true. I actually think the puzzles from 2 are more difficult than this one.
Yeah, this one, it was basically like hide and seek, the stuff.
Yeah, basically.
Except that backwards mirror puzzle.
Backwards mirror. Oh yeah, that one took a minute.
Yeah, it took a minute. Everything else was like, just do this. And then that one's like, gotcha.
I gathered what I had to do. It was just trying to get the things to align properly. That was like throwing me for a loop.
Yeah.
Oh,
but yeah,
man.
everything else. And Oh my god. Everything about like all the items in there, like the vacuum said Boover. Oh shit.
God. Yeah, this is a really good one. And like the little story that they have with the two characters is actually really fucking good too.
Yeah, and that's another thing. It's just like, you know, you walk into this and it's all just like lighthearted, silly type haunted house games, and this just fits the tone so perfectly.
Yeah, everything is just so well thought out in this pack, and it's just great. I can't wait to see what they do with the fourth. Fingers crossed. Please bring it.
Yeah, please. I need more of these. We got 3 last year. Hopefully they can do a 3 again. 3 every year, honestly, please. Come on.
You know, even if you just release one in October, take it.
Yeah, once a year, the Dread X.
Yeah.
Please.
It's totally worth my time.
Okay, so now the games.
Yes.
First up, Sato Wonderland.
Okay, yeah.
Which not only kind of starts a bit of a theme inside of this pack, but was a very unique gameplay experience.
It really was. I did not know what to expect with this one at all, because like I read the the little description and I was like, okay, and I like flipped it on and I was like, that's really neat. When I was sitting there playing,
yeah,
it was super cool.
I mean, it's very story driven. You just kind of find your way through it.
Yeah.
And then run away at the end.
Like, yeah. The ending was like kind of out of left field, but it was, it's fine. Like, the gameplay kind of centers around like you choose 2 options, and then if they like mingle, it gives you another piece of the story, and then you kind of work that out between going through all the options.
You have to like check, because I guess it's kind of like a chat bot, even though you're not having a conversation with it. You're just like comparing terms in the computer. But yeah, definitely. And I like from the word go, I was like, no, I know what's up with these animatronics, but I was not expecting it to go as far as it did.
Yeah, the story took a turn that I was not expecting, and I was like, that's really neat. I enjoyed it. Yes. The story's really good. Gameplay's pretty fun, and then like the ending is just like weird, but it was fine.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do the stinker next.
Okay.
Soul Waste.
Yeah, so we
holy cow.
Spoiler alert, everyone. We're both gonna have the same hated and loved one in this, guaranteed, and this is the one that we hate.
Yeah, oh my god, this fucking game.
Yeah.
I think, let me see. Yeah, I think this might be the stinkiest stinker. Like, this one is...
That's I think I still give that to Rock Gut, but this one...
that is fair. Rock Gut is actually broken.
Yeah, this one's rough. My main issue with this game is the fucking camera. It's a goddamn
sucks.
Nightmare. The camera is just terrible. I'm sorry, but like I don't know whose idea it was to just have a camera that just like constantly fucking moves and makes it impossible to do precision platforming in a game that requires platforming. But goddamn it.
And another thing that's a waste of time is like every enemy on the map, because you can just run past all of them.
Oh god, once you best believe the moment that I realized I could literally just run through this game and do nothing, it's exactly what I did. Yeah.
Same here.
Because like I had no idea what I was doing at first, and then when I found that first crystal, I was like, I'm just sprinting through the rest of this goddamn game. Oh my god. Yeah, this one's rough. I do not like it at all.
It's bad.
I'm sorry,
bad. I'm not gonna mince words. It's bad.
Yeah, I am sorry. I did not enjoy this. I think the mechanic of like, how fast you're going kind of like makes you do more damage. That's kind of neat. I enjoyed that. Like you can one shot stuff if you're going fast enough, which is cool. Definitely needs some polish though. Yeah. 100%.
Also, if I may just complain about this particular game, how is it spoopy? How is this game spoopy?
That's fair. I didn't feel the spoopy vibes from this one either.
This is like it's seriously one of the first ones that just did not fit the theme.
You know what I got, David? I got poopy vibes.
Yeah, it's poopy.
Okay. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry.
Spoopy.
I didn't love this one at all. And then the last fucking boss fight fucking killed me.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh my god, what a slog. What a fucking slog.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even realize, like, because for a while there, I didn't even realize what this fucking thing's health was. The fact that you have this thing's health regen when you're not beating its ass is appalling to me. Okay?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that out there. Because, like, it's already hard enough to dodge these fucking projectiles that it's throwing every which way. And the fact that they don't despawn when you hit this thing and it moves to a different location. You just end up with, like, sometimes unblockable things in your way.
Yeah, just
like,
every single phase just is on the map at the same time.
Right. It's like, god fucking damn it. And then, like, it takes 25 minutes to rush to where the boss is. So by the time you get to the boss, it has recovered half the health you took away. Fuck that. Okay.
Yeah, it was rough. Again, we're
God.
sorry, Dev. You know, we realized it was a short-term project,
Yes.
but,
You know,
man.
Nothing against you. Nothing against you. I just didn't enjoy this game. Like, you know, I'm sure there's people out there that do like it, and you know, more power to them. This one was not for me.
Definitely not for me
Yeah.
either. Unfortunately, we have to go to another one that was not very for me.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's just I told you it's another one of those games. They're like 50% of the games in this had like a PlayStation 1 vibe, and this is another one.
Okay.
Nice screams at fun fair.
Oh, this one.
I'm pretty sure this game is also broken.
It's definitely got some bugs to it. I
think
don't
about half of the time I couldn't get an ice cream to stick to a cone.
Yeah,
Or
so
to another ice cream.
I actually had to go on YouTube to see what other people did to get the ice cream to stick to the cone so that I could complete this game.
Oh my god.
Because I thought I was doing something wrong. And it kind of was. Like, you gotta aim at, like, the edge of the cup in order to get the ice cream to stick to it. And, like,
Okay.
I did not know this. So, like, and also I didn't even know there was a goddamn scooper when I first started the game. So I was like, what do I do? I'm just standing there clicking on stuff. I'm like, And then I finally figured it out. You know how they say people don't look up? I did not look up.
It's true. No one looks up.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is just weird.
Yeah.
Once you get a handle on things, like, it still feels clunky as fuck. It really does.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once you can work with the game, like it's kind of fun a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, like, I definitely would not want to play it for an extended period of time.
See, I thought, because, you know, there's all those signs that say, you know, don't take tips. Don't,
Yeah.
you know, you don't get to take tips. So I thought with the, like, cat robot or whatever it was in the corner, I thought you were supposed to wait till it looked away and take the tip. But it doesn't matter. If you put a tip in the jar, he yells at you.
Yeah. It's like,
Even when he's not
"Goddamn."
looking.
Yeah, you know, you just put that shit in your register. That's where the money
Yeah.
goes. And I will say, the thing that redeemed this game for me was the ending. I absolutely fucking loved the ending.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that was funny as shit, and like it like completely fulfilled my whole experience, which is why I don't hate this game. Like, if it was literally just the scooping the ice cream, I would hate this game. But it had just this neat little story aspect to it that totally won me over.
Yeah, like I said, it's a little broken, but you can kind of find the fun, and, like, yeah, it is. The ending is really funny.
Yeah, so like it's gonna leave you with a good note.
Okay, so next, Tim, it's your boy Torple Duke
Yes.
with Chips Tips.
Oh my god, this fucking game is amazing.
This is a masterpiece.
It really is. It's not my favorite game in the pack.
No, it's
but
not. It's not my favorite game in the pack. But oh man,
Yeah, an absolute masterpiece is the correct terminology for this one.
So,
Absolutely fucking brilliant.
imagine. Well, I have to imagine. I'm gonna put the game footage over each section so like people who are watching this can see it. But it just a 1990s FMV game with a messed up Blue's Clues. That's like exactly what this is. And it's so funny.
It's so good. Like this one, like I literally, if I was feeling like depressed or something, I would go play this game to feel better because it's just a great fucking time.
It is. It's so funny.
Man.
I love that the like transitions that he does every time you like go down or down the stairs. Hilarious.
Yeah.
The fact that like the friends that you call on the phone are references to the old games
from the old games. Yep.
Hilarious.
It got me so good. I was like, no fucking way, this dude.
It's so
good. Yeah. Absolutely everything is a callback in this game. And then like when you go to find the snacks. Oh my god, that part totally fucking ripped me apart. I was dying laughing. I was just like, what in the God's name? Oh man, this game is a good fucking time.
It's this game is spoopy.
Yeah, it's like this is the definition of spoopy. This one, it really is.
Oh,
it's so
God.
good. Freaking yeah, if Torpilduke just like made every game and every pack for the future, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah. Can we give him a year and then we can get the Torpilduke collection?
Yeah, please.
That'd be great.
That. Oh man.
One game a month. Let's go, please.
I cannot sing your praises high enough, my lord. Okay.
Okay. So Chip's Tip was good, but the next game is not only my favorite in the pack, I think it might be my favorite game of all the packs.
Yep. I already know
Submission.
What it is. Yep. I agree.
Oh my god. This game was phenomenal.
Yeah, this one is also a masterpiece.
Okay, so let's start off at the top, okay? So you're playing a game, playing the game that you're supposed to be playing in the Dread X collection.
Yes.
And then you have to fix it, and then it's like haunted. and then you have to like work around this haunted game to fix the game you were playing. I love how it's like the exact right kind of meta.
Yeah.
It's so good. And then the end where like you have to play the game to rescue it from the haunted game, and then in like the real world you have to do something to fix it's so good. I absolutely fucking loved this game. God damn it. My favorite part of this entire game is not going to be anyone else's favorite part, but my favorite part of this entire game is the part where I believe you meet up with, I think it's the chicken. I want to say you meet up with the chicken. And then they start talking about the overdrive triggers. Okay. Are you talking about at the very beginning?
At the very beginning of the game, before
when you're just like walking through?
Yeah, before things like that's the first sign that things are about to get weird, is when they start talking about that, and then it just never matters. And that's my favorite kind of joke. I love when shit like that happens, where it's just like they make a big deal of this thing, but it never fucking matters. It's so good.
The probably the best, I would say the most well integrated joke in this is when you discover what the clippy type thing is doing behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
Where you just open that door, he's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Oh my god.
That was so good. I absolutely loved that game.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this one. It's gonna take you a minute to figure it out because there's some interesting mechanics in this game that I don't think I've ever seen anywhere else.
Yeah, definitely the whole like coding thing, really cool.
It's really neat, and then like the story's just hilarious, and the ending where you're just like fucking dooming your way through the fucking the ghost fucking like cardboard cutouts.
Oh god. This is another one. We'll probably talk about this on a later episode, but this game was made for me. All right, this is my game.
It's phenomenal, and it definitely deserves the #1 spot. Up to 3 at least.
Yes.
Maybe when we get 4, that'll change, but it's going to be a hard
else
one.
Will come along.
Yeah.
This game, amazing.
Yes.
Also, I thought because the way it started, you have there's no sound, or it's that really crappy sound in the church.
Yeah.
The church environment. I thought this was going to be a little bit like one of those upgrade games where it gets progressively a little bit better as you buy things, which would have been cool, but so happy it turned out the way it did.
Yeah. I absolutely love the fact that I realize that I don't want to go too spoilery, but when you load up the morgue and it's still playing the church music.
Yeah.
It's so good. Oh god.
Okay. All right, enough of that one. It's too good, but we have to move on to a game I know you have a bit of a history with.
Mm-hmm.
Reactor.
Oh boy.
All right, hold on. Before we get into that, before we do that, this game is adorable.
It is. I actually like the. I very much like the robot, and the graphics are actually really fucking good in this one.
Great.
Yeah.
I love the little robot.
Yeah, I like the graphics in this all around. I thought they were very well done. The robot is phenomenal. It's a very good character. I love the robot. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The reason
it's a
this
fun
game
adventure.
Puts a dirty, filthy taste in my mouth is because it fucking bugged out on me, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and soft locked me. So I had to restart the fucking game 3 times, and it pissed me off to no end. But overall, it's a good game, but if you experience the same fucking bugs that I did, you're gonna have a bad time. Okay.
Yeah. I can understand how that would suck, especially on both rover trips.
Oh my god.
That would be pretty rough.
Yeah.
I don't think I had a bug. Well, maybe. I kind of remember restarting that one, so something must have happened. I just don't remember what.
Yeah, the first bug I experienced in this game was when you get back, not even just getting there with the rover, when you come back with the rover, and you have to go park it in the garage, my tire, clipped the side of the ramp, and then the whole fucking car pulled to Cyberpunk and just flipped over. And you can't get out because it's scripted. So the only option is to drive, but you can't drive because your wheels are on the ground. Oh god, that pissed me off so much. This is a good game.
Other than that, though, it's good. It is a good game.
It is a good game.
Other than Tim's unfortunate experience
with
it.
It enraged me, and then I had 2 soft locks during the chase sequence. One at the very beginning and one at the very end. And I mean, the very end. Oh. But yes, the game's cool. The story is great. And if you like sci-fi at all, you're going to enjoy this one.
Oh, yeah. It's it's for as small and as compact as it is, it's really, really good sci-fi.
It really is. Yeah. It's very enjoyable. It's one of those little things, you don't really get too much in the sci-fi realm in video games for whatever reason. You really don't.
There's definitely a few I can think of off the top of my head that, again, are really stellar.
But, you don't get as much sci-fi as you would think in the video game realm, and maybe they're going to fix that with Starfield, but, this one's a nice little chunk of sci-fi, and it's very enjoyable. I love the fuck out of the story. The story's great.
Gonna get a bunch of people screaming Mass Effect at us now.
I didn't say Mass Effect doesn't exist. I'm just saying, overall, there's not a lot of sci-fi.
Few sci-fi.
Yeah.
All right, the next game, definitely a departure from what we've played so far. Bete Grease.
Ah, yes, this game. So I don't know your feelings on this one. I just need to start off with this though. This game is known for having bugs, and I actually had to completely reinstall my DirectX in order to play this game.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not experience any bugs with this one.
Yeah, it's known for having some launch issues. So what did you think of this one, David?
I thought it was good. I really like that I noticed weird things happening in the background of the minigames early. So that I was like, oh, what's it gonna do? And then I played a few more minigames. That's like, oh, it's not really doing anything. Okay, I guess. But no, once I kind of realized, or I remembered, oh yeah, I got the penthouse key. I'm just gonna go to the penthouse. I'm really happy that they didn't force you to go through all the rooms.
No, yeah, not at all.
You can just straight up to the penthouse and get to the good stuff.
Yep, as soon as you get that key, you can go. I actually played through every single floor even after I got the penthouse key because I was enjoying it quite thoroughly. I don't know why. Like just something about it. Like I for whatever reason, thoroughly enjoyed cleaning off all these desks, and I don't know why that is, but I did. And cleaning the mirrors, maybe it's because I like work sims. I don't know, but
like Viscera cleanup detail bug.
Yeah, and then I liked the little rhythm mini game they did with the vending machines.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
It did take. The one complaint I have about that is they show arrows, so I thought I was supposed to use the arrow keys to do it.
Oh,
you have to use WASD. So I fucked up the first 3 times, and then I finally figured it out and was like, oh, I get it now.
Probably even better. The best part about this is that even after the thing happens, spoilers, even after the thing happens, you can still just clean the hotel.
Yeah.
You can just go about your job.
Just do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, I really like the way they handled the thing.
Yeah, that was really funny.
I found that truly enjoyable. And the game doesn't overstay its welcome either, which is also super nice. Because that's the one complaint I have a lot about quite a few of the games in these packs is they tend to kind of overstay their welcome a bit. They just try to pad themselves out too much. And this one, I don't feel like it did. And you don't even have to play through the padding if you don't want to.
I was gonna say you have the it kind of did, but you don't have to do it.
Right. I think that was a good choice on the developer's part.
Yeah. This is another one though. So this was pretty good.
Yeah.
And this is another one that it took a minute to get there, but it definitely fit the theme.
Yes.
All right, next, probably, let me take a look real quick. Yeah, probably the most complete game on the list, Bubbo, Adventure on Gerald's Island.
Oh my goodness.
This one was a full game, almost. Well, not a full game, but definitely a complete start to finish game.
It was way longer than I was expecting it to be. It really was. But this one, I'm actually not going to complain about the length because it didn't pad itself out with useless bullshit. It was literally like a PlayStation game, like Croc or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of those games, but cut down to the size you'd find on old Shockwave sites or something.
Yeah, it's maybe 20 minutes long if you go fast. It's pretty short-ish. It's way longer than I was expecting, don't get me wrong. But, I assume if you go through it quickly, it'd probably be 20 minutes or so. It took me a minute to figure out a couple things.
Yeah.
Yeah, the platforming on this is actually pretty fucking good. This is definitely the best platforming of these packs, in my opinion.
Yeah. At least everything until that stupid...
Oh, the ending.
No, I actually didn't think the ending was too bad. No, the thing that really pissed me off was that Guardian of the Forest or whatever it was supposed to be.
Oh,
when you're climbing up in the trees.
Fuck yeah, that sucked. Yep, I give you that.
I hated that part.
Oh, I thought you were hating on the ending. I was like, I thought it felt all right. No. Yeah, that part
okay.
I forgot about that. I drove that from my memories. Yeah, that part sucks.
Yeah, this is another one where it's once you get to where it's going, hilarious.
Yeah, it really is. That's another one that just caught me completely off guard. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, man. Yeah, this
Pretty
is,
good,
if you enjoy, the PS1 era platformers, like the Croc style ones, those kind of ones.
Yeah.
Not so much a Crash
Croc.
Bandicoot. Maybe Spyro.
Spyro.
Yeah.
Kind of Banjo-Kazooie, but it's not nearly that involved.
Yeah, it's very simplistic, but it's kind of that style, and like it feels like that style, and it does a pretty good job of holding itself together. So it's definitely one of the better games in the pack.
All right, the next one is yet another PlayStation 1 looking game, Matter Over Mind. Do you remember this?
This is the one where you are the detective, yes?
No.
Say it again to me.
This is the one where you're a little slime ball that's like controlling people.
Oh, yeah. Okay. My bad. Spoiler alert, everybody. I like this game a lot.
This one was pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of the perspective. The whole like 3D top down, kind of difficult to navigate some things.
Fair enough.
But the mechanic itself is like super fun.
Yeah, like the mechanic was neat. I enjoyed it, and like I like how they differentiated the dudes with like the color of their shirts and stuff.
Yeah,
that was super neat.
And the doors being color coded was, straight out of PlayStation 1 type stuff.
Yeah, like it was a good time. The only issue I had with the game was indeed the perspective. Because like every once in a while, because like you're a little slime guy, so like there's like grates that you can fall through and die. Every once in a while, it's kind of hard to navigate around those because the perspective's kind of weird. Especially one particular room.
And I love the fact that just like the context for this is it's like a underground science lab trying to develop shampoo. It's really funny.
Oh god. See, that's the thing this pack has, like, in spades, is fucking... The goddamn humor is just there. Yeah. It's so good.
Pretty much every single one of these was just great.
This game, though, like, I give this one, like, a B. It's pretty good. I enjoy it. Like, solid B minus material. Like, it's
good.
It's not a masterpiece. But it is definitely a very, very good game. And like it's not overly long, and like it's not difficult to figure out, so you'll be through it pretty quick. And the mechanics feel smooth, and like nothing really feels broken.
Yeah, it's just good.
Yeah.
Now the next game might be good. Might not be good.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really tell. It's Eden, Garden of the Faultless.
Oh god. So
this game's just weird.
It is weird, and like I wanted so hard to put this as my trash game on this list. I wanted to, but like I actually enjoyed the monster breeding aspect of this game.
Yeah, and like where you take it to that one like set of islands where you feed it the different stuff.
It took me a minute to figure out like you could feed it and increase its stats, but like the monster breeding aspect I like a lot in this game. It kind of reminds me of like, a Monster Rancher, like a Digimon kind of raise your own monster thing. It's not that style, but like it reminds me of that, and I thought that was pretty cool.
The angels are definitely cool. Like,
yeah, the designs are neat. Yeah, I very thoroughly enjoyed that.
The racing itself, though.
Yeah, that's the part.
Not great.
No, the racing is bad.
Yeah, it's just kind of does it on its own, and you can click every once in a while.
Yeah, it's that part sucks. And if the monster breeding aspect wasn't a part of the game, this would be my trash game, 100%.
Yeah, but it's saved in the end a little bit, and it is. It's a pretty interesting little game.
It is interesting. Like you're gonna be poking around in here, like guaranteed.
Yeah,
because it's weird. It's real weird. The ending just comes out of nowhere too, where you find out you've been training these things to like. Never mind. Spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
But yeah. Like, the ending's super neat, too. So, like, it's definitely got its ups. It has a massive down.
Yeah.
Massive. But, like, it's got its ups.
Okay. So, Tim predicted the future a little bit with his detective comments. Next up is Disparity of the Dead.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one.
This one pissed me off in the beginning because they're like, oh, go to the detective thing for your mission. It's like, okay, well, let me poke around a little bit first. So I was going around. What do these orbs do? I don't know. Figure it out later, I guess. Click some orbs, go around. Okay, this place is pretty big. I'll go to the detective place. So then I go to the detective place, and they give you the mission with what you're supposed to do. And, you need to talk to people. I've already talked to a bunch of people. Do I have to find everybody again? Because I absorbed all of the orbs that led me to the people, so now I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go.
Yeah, so funny story, David. I did the exact same fucking thing in this game. I collected every orb that I could find. I found every orb in this game before I ever went to the detective agency.
That's rough.
Oh my god. It took me so fucking long to find the clues that you need to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, so that's rough. Maybe if you're going to play these, don't do that.
Yeah.
Just go to the detective agency.
Yeah, because you're going to end up playing this game a lot longer than you need to if you don't go to the detective agency. I kind of wish that they had, like, forced you in there in some way. Or, like, prevented you from going forward without going there. Because, like, I wasted so much time. Oh, God.
Shit.
And then I did have one minor bug with the game as well, I should bring up.
Did you? I don't think I did.
Yeah. That first girl who's outside of the detective office.
Yes.
For whatever reason, when I talked to her, every single time, except for the very last time because I was getting pissed off, you know, you gotta press triangle to, you know, make the connections or whatever.
Yeah.
That thing never popped up for her. Ever.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't know why that is, but it finally did the last time, and I was just like, motherfucker.
That, a similar thing happened to me, although it may have just been because I didn't press it enough times with the payphone. I could not get the payphone clue for a long time.
Yeah, that one, there's a lot of stuff on that payphone. Like, I kept going after I got the first clue, because I thought maybe there's another one in here, and, like, I don't even know how many different recordings there are, but I kept going for a while.
Oh, okay, shit. Oh, man.
Yeah, there's a shit ton there. And then the ending is weird, to say the least.
The ending is just, like, what a downer.
Yeah, so apparently there's other endings, because people are telling me there's, like, a monster when you go to the other world that you can spawn and stuff, and, like, I didn't get to see any of that.
Oh, I didn't see that. I mean, I saw, like, there was plenty of, like, creepy faces in the, like, the glitching it does before. I saw all that.
But, like, apparently there's some kind of monster that can spawn. Like, my ending was just, like, you know, basically.
Yeah, I probably got the same one you did.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much, but, like, that was my ending. I'm sure you got that one. And, like, yeah, I was reading about it, and, like, people are mentioning this monster. I'm like, what the fuck? There's a monster that spawns? I didn't see any of that. But, like, apparently that's a thing. So keep your eyes out for that.
Yeah, that, man. That I think this was actually the last game I played in the collection. Man, what just a downer ending to leave on.
Yeah, that's a rough one. My last game that I played we'll go over because it was actually a contender for the #1 spot for me.
Was it?
Yeah.
It must be the last one because we're on the last one.
Well.
It's Spookware at the video store.
Yes. I fucking
This was really
loved
fun.
It. Yeah.
This was really fun.
It's a real good time. Oh man, if you like WarioWare, this is right up your fucking alley.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell from the title, it is just like a mini game collection, but
yes.
Yeah, it was a really good time.
It's extremely well designed, and not only do they have 2 different versions of this thing, so like you have mouse mini games and keyboard mini games, and some of them are actually quite difficult.
Yeah,
especially when things get sped up.
I couldn't figure out for the longest time that I don't remember what it is now. I think you had to grate cheese.
Oh yeah,
God. The cheese.
Yeah, that one threw me off until I
because I didn't realize for like 5 games that like some of the cheese is metal.
Yeah.
It's not gonna go in the thing.
Yeah, that got me too. Probably 3-4 times, so we're probably right around the same on that one. And then there was one other one that threw me for a loop for a minute as well. I don't remember what it was right offhand. I'd have to come back to it, but like, there was one other game that threw me off. Oh, it was the fucking rotary phone.
Oh,
Because like, apparently I always thought I knew how to use a rotary phone. I don't. Now I do.
Now
But
he does.
yeah, thanks to that game. But I apparently had no idea how rotary phones work. I was close, but I would have been a number off in every direction. Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So I learned a thing from this game. And then the keyboard games are also very fun. And then like there's a little boss fight at the end of each one. It's super cool.
Those were cool. Those boss fights were cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of them. And then if you feel like playing some more, there's an endless mode you unlock when you beat both modes. And then those just mix all the mini games together. And then there's an endless mode that continually speeds up.
Yeah, that one definitely super fun. Definitely
Yes.
another a worthy spoopy game.
Yeah, it was 100% a contender for my favorite. It would not have beat out Torple Duke or Submission, unfortunately. There's just no way. Okay.
All right, so that was the last game. Now, the ultimate question.
Yes.
Is 3 better than 2 as a whole?
I'm gonna say I do think... God, this is rough. So, 3 has probably 3 of my favorite games in the entire collection.
Yes.
God damn, it's tough. 2 has just got so much atmosphere, though, man.
Yeah,
it really
2's
is
hub.
tough.
2's. I think. I honestly, I think, order best to worst. It goes 2, 3, 1.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I think there's more games in 2 that are really good.
That's what I was
as
about
opposed
to
to
say.
3 has a few phenomenal games,
Right, and it's got a lot of the
but then a lot
of the
just
road
like
stuff.
just
Yeah.
average okay games.
Yes, I think I agree. I think I agree. 2, 3, 1. I'm trying to think real hard because like my 3 favorite. Well, no, I can't say my 3 favorite games. 2 of my favorite games are in that pack because Hand of Doom is like probably my second favorite out of this entire thing. So.
Oh yeah, it's all the way back in 1.
Yeah, but I think I agree with 2, 3, 1. I think I agree because like as much as 3 has them phenomenal games, and it does, it also has what is arguably the game I hate the most. I still don't think it is. And then it's just got more middle of the road stuff than 2 did, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. That's why I definitely put it 2, 3, 1.
Yeah, I think 2 has like, it's got a stinker.
Yeah.
It's got its stinker, but like I think the quality of 2 for the most part, like I don't really think there's any games I dislike outside of that 1. Whereas both 1 and 3, there are games that I dislike. I think I would give like 2 games, maybe like I can't say dislike, but like they're less than middle of the pack.
Yeah. No, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I think I agree with the 2, 3, 1 as far
2,
as
3,
the
1.
collection goodness goes.
Yeah.
So buy 2, everybody. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what, buy all 3, give these people your money.
Yes.
Because I need more of these collections.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I agree with that completely. Give them all your money and just go donate to them right now.
Yeah.
Do
just
it.
get us a 4, a 5, a 6. Just keep them coming.
Yeah.
Keep
And I
these
wouldn't
Dread
mind seeing
collections
more
coming.
because like, can we get some more indie devs in on this thing? Because I like the creativity I've seen just from these 3 packs is phenomenal.
Yeah. And there are quite a few overlaps, aren't there?
Yeah, even on the games that I don't necessarily like the creativity is there. It is like,
Yeah, definitely.
what is the one, Soul Ash or whatever? What's that called?
Soul waste.
Soul waste, yeah, waste of time, sure. But, the creativity's there. Like, it was different, it had something going on.
Couple interesting designs.
Yeah, like, it was neat. So, like, I can't completely fault it. Like, there's a lot of creativity in these packs, regardless of whether or not you love the games. Like,
yeah,
that's something you're going to get with more of these packs.
I will absolutely agree to that. And with that, we will have to say goodbye for now. Thank you for listening to our podcast, and we'll be back again next week with more gaming things to talk about.
Woo! Exciting.